It's gonna be a crazy night. I promise I do take a shower every day.
Feed me.
Nobody feeds you? I was gonna give you guys a little tour of the inside of the house, but there's so many people in and out right now that I really can't go in there and do that. So the sheetrockers were supposed to get the house done in 2 days. Today makes a week exactly, and they've been here every single day. And one night they were here till 11:45. Last night was 10 something, and they're actually just pulled in right now to texture the house. Guess they're gonna stay up all night and texture. I don't know. They apparently the people that are doing it like to burn the midnight oil instead of burn daylight. I don't know, but either way it's gonna get done. Also went and picked out some samples for countertop. I'm kind of having a hard time picking countertop because I've always just done like Formica, or our last house we finally got to do granite, and then this house I'm kind of like, I really would like something more white without all the little specks. It's just kind of hard. So they didn't have a sample of 2 of them that I wanted to bring home because I want to see it in the lighting in my house, because that makes such a huge difference, and then put it next to like paint samples and all that. So I did get 2. I'm leaning more towards the one, but it's still kind of like, it's like I know what I want. I'm not one of those people that takes forever to decide. Like I just kind of know when I see it. I just want to be sure, you know, because you pick a little thing like this and then blow it up, it might be ugly. On that note, we built a house several years ago. We did Formica on the countertops, and the sample I picked was literally like 2 by 3. When they made it and installed it, I came and looked at it and I was like, this is not the color I picked. I was convinced. I was like, get on the phone calling. The color was like a mustard orange. It looked like baby poop. I'm not even kidding. It was so ugly. Well, I found my sample and I threw it on the counter and it was the same color. But because it was like so small, I don't know, like I would have never picked that color. It was awful. But the buyers loved it. They loved it, and I'm like, okay, I'm so glad. I'm going to go get paint samples tomorrow for the inside and the outside, because I think the outside's going to get painted this week too. Getting all the electrical finished and digging for the septic. So there's a lot happening this week, and I'm so behind on documenting because of everything that's happened with Darren's brother and just being here. It's going to be a crazy night. Cabinet guy, sheetrock, tape and texture dude can make sense of this chicken scratch. So tell me what we're doing.
I don't know what we're doing. You tell me what we're doing. And now here it is about 7 o'clock at night. Our texture guy is fixing to shoot the house with texture. He's crazy. He's a cool dude.
Yeah. So do you want to tell us about something about the house?
A lot of work, people. A lot of work.
But your wife is such a great designer, it's going to look amazing when it's done, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you hit a pipe. What is it?
I think they busted it and laid it in and nothing in it. It's not deep enough. We're gonna go 18 inches. This is only like 8 inches. Try like 6 inches.
Talon, you're getting shorter over here.
I know.
What you want to happen. Hit a water line.
Go to that.
electric?
2 waters, 2 electric.
Oh my word.
Then you know about.
Now what?
You lay conduit and fix the waters.
Thank goodness you're smart enough to know how to do that. You're trained. You've done that a few times, right?
I don't claim that. Good. Where you at? Good.
Hey guys, I promise I do take a shower every day, but when you live in an RV, you try to wear your clothes as much as possible. So this is day 3 of this sweater. I'm glad I love it. So yesterday he rented a backhoe to dig a trench to move the water line, I think. I don't know, I'm confused. There's so much happening. And anyways, he broke the water pipe, and so the water was off for several hours. It was laundry day, so that didn't get done. He still has some kind of a ditch dug. I'm not sure what he's doing. I was gonna show you guys the texture in the house. You can't really tell, I guess, but it looks like it's been painted a little bit white. But kind of show you my samples in there because it matters. Like, you should take it in your space and see with the lighting because it changes everything, so I'll show you that.
Setup I've ever seen.
Thank goodness I cleaned the trailer out today. Or we wouldn't have found it. Got textured. It's coming to take a peek. Kind of gives me an idea because I was considering white walls with a pale gray trim, but that wouldn't be on the windows because the windows don't have any trim. It would be all the doors, but I don't know. It would just mainly be down the hall. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Uh-oh. Got talent out here. Pressure washing. That's not good. Windows are leaking. And these are samples I got. I am leaning towards this one. I feel like this one is a little too creamy and the veining in it is really big. I was kind of considering pale gray cabinets with like a bronze handles. And then this is the white trim. We always use a Swiss coffee. And then the outside, I was thinking this color or this color. And then maybe like some wood shutters because my grandpa is going to be tearing down that barn. And I could build them out of that and stain them. I was kind of thinking something a little funky and different. Like this door, it's kind of like a coppery color. I don't know. I think I narrowed this down, so I took it apart and taped it together. It's got textured. So I taped this all together, and what's so funny is this
is actually this color. I was trying to decide between these two, but I feel like, actually no, that's not it. This looks darker than this, but they're actually the same color. So it's so different when you get it bigger. So we won't have the accent color, but the trim will be Swiss Coffee. The body is called San Francisco Fog. This is called Copper Beach. And then if we get the barnwood and we'll stain that. I don't know though, I'm kind of having a hard time with stained wood and this front door. I don't know, that's a good idea. Woo.
My grandpa and grandma are kind of like Ricky and Lucy. They have their own bedrooms. Why is that so funny? I don't know. Anyways, moving on. So my grandpa's been staying in there because she hasn't been feeling well and she doesn't want to be by herself. So he sleeps in the bed, she sleeps in the recliner. He said that I could clean out his room so Connor could stay in there because it would be a lot quicker and easier to clean my grandpa's room than my dad's. Because you guys saw my dad's room. He's grounded, by the way. I grounded him. I'm the parent now. I'm just kidding. What?
Feed me.
Nobody feeds you?
I'm an egg today.
Whose fault is that?
Yours.
Oh yeah. What are we doing?
Measuring doors.
What? Measuring doors. That's what we're doing. We're
Which way you want to swing? No bueno.
What?
No bueno.
Thought we had it nailed down, the outside wall color, but so I actually cut off these little pieces and put them all right here because this is what we were gonna go. Not this one. This one is nothing. But now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. Like, this has so much green in it, and I did not see that before until it was painted on the wall, and now that's all I see is green. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna go with this one. I saw a picture of it finished, but also gonna paint it on the wall because of the lighting here. You just never know. And then I loved this, but I hate it with this because of the green. But look how good it looks over here. It looks totally different. It's that green that's throwing me off. And then, so this color that I'm loving for the door is on this. Look how great it looks right here. But next to that green, it just does not look good. Greenish gray. And then also I was considering this trim color for the cabinets, and I didn't even realize this was it until I looked inside and it told me the names. But it looks green, so I won't be going with that one. But it's so crazy, the undertones in paint. So we haven't nailed it down, but we're gonna try this one next. If that don't work, we're gonna try this one next for the gray.